howdy, y'all. Thank you for listening to the Gumbo YaYa radio show one more time again. I'm your host, Redneck, and I think we got us a phone call. Hello, who that?
This is Ronnie with Preacher Stone.
Hey,
How you
Ronnie
doing?
from Preacher Stone. Who's with you?
Marty with Preacher Stone. Me and Marty.
Ronnie and Marty from Preacher
Dynamic
Stone.
duo.
I'm very excited to have y'all on the program, and I tell you, I've been following your music for a while. I think y'all might know this. You're on our top 10 playlist on the Gumbo YaYa radio show, and we really appreciate you checking in with us.
We appreciate all you do for us.
It's a pleasure playing your music. Well, let's do this, man. Let's start from the beginning. Let's tell folks who that, where you at, introduce yourselves, what you do for the band, and let's talk about the posse that's not there. Introduce them as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with you, Ronnie.
All right, I'm Ronnie Riddle. I'm the lead singer and kind of master of ceremonies on stage. And I'm going to hand it over to Marty right now.
And this is Marty Gill, and I play guitar in the band.
And I know you got a few other folks that make up the rest of Preacher Stone. Let's introduce them proper like.
Okay, we got Ben Robinson on guitar. We've got Johnny D. Webb on keyboards, Jim Bolt on bass guitar, and Josh Wyatt on drums.
All right.
And that rounds out the Preacher Stone lineup.
And I think y'all are probably, if not among the top sought after, I guess you want to call them Southern rock, country, blues bands in all of North Carolina, right? You're what are you out of Midland, correct?
We're out of Midland, and yeah, it's nice for people to say that, but you know we've been together since 2008. We started the band, and we've just been trying to grow it, and we've done it independently. And like I said, we appreciate all the people such as yourself and the Gumbo YaYa radio show that help us get the word out and help people find out about it.
Yeah, now I know in 2008 when y'all started, did you have a different lineup, or correct me if I'm wrong with it?
You're absolutely right. I mean, we've changed members. I mean, it's trying to break an independent act is like rolling a rock up a hill. It ain't for everybody. In the words of the great Danny Joe Brown, so we've had to leave some friends behind, and some friends have left us behind. But we've worked at it, and it seems that everything's worked out in our favor. We've got a wonderful lineup right now, so we're pretty excited about what 2016 has to offer for us.
Well, I'm looking forward to something new from you. I've been listening to your music for a while, and I get a lot of requests for it. Let me ask you this. Let's start from the basics. Let's start from day one. Preacher Stone, where did that name come from? Because I think that's probably one of my most favorite names for a band in a while.
I'm going to let Marty answer that, because he's the one who named it. So here he is.
I was actually sitting at home watching a Clint Eastwood movie, Pale Rider, which he plays kind of it's a slash preacher, reverend, gunfighter. And the other part's kind of funny. I had a rock fireplace, and we were trying to come up with a name for the group. And I was thinking of bands like, Uriah Heep, two names type things that would be a cool band name. And after seeing the Clint Eastwood movie, I just picked Preacher and Stone from the rock fireplace, actually.
All right. That's
unglamorous way of coming up with a name, but it's nevertheless.
It's all right. It ain't a disappointing story at all, man. It's people are always asking. There's always going to be that curiosity behind where people came up with their names, and like the whole Led Zeppelin thing. It went, so
yep.
It is. I like the name. I like the name, and the good thing about that name is people will kind of create in their minds, different scenarios for. He must have been this. Must have been a preacher at a tombstone, or so. It's really a good name, and it fits you because when you guys are up there and you're singing, it's almost like the gospel. And I tell you what, those are some hard. Those are stone cold hits that you're putting out. So it's a great name, and I think Johnny Webb and Jim Bolton, all you together, is just probably. I think the ensemble you have together today is really what makes that band drive.
Well, thanks. And anybody that's seen one of the live Preacher Stone shows and witnessed Ronnie up there and the stuff, how he does with the audience and everything. It is kind of like a Southern rock type of a revival vibe.
Yeah, let me ask you now. I know Reverb Nation, you guys got your music out there, and so if somebody wanted to grab up a CD, have y'all got some CDs out there? Where are people going to go to find your music after they listen to this?
CD Baby, Amazon.com, our Preacher Stone website, store on Preacher Stone website. I mean, it's out there. So just any of those basic routes. You can actually download the music off of Spotify, iTunes. So, it's out there. So all people have to do is reach out for it, because it's hanging right there for them. And we know that a lot of our people are still CD people. And, we've even talked about maybe on our next record doing some vinyl for the people that are vinyl enthusiasts. But if you're download friendly, I mean, it's out there on, like I said, iTunes, Spotify. I mean, you can find it. So around the world, it's all over the place.
All right, well, let's do this. Let's tell people first, where's your website? Let's go right there first.
www.preacherstone.com.
All right.
Or you can and just type in preacherstone.com and it'll come in too.
I know y'all are playing all over the place right now. I mean, you're all over the map down, especially down there on the coast. You got any plans for moving further north? What about the upper New York, the East Coast, West Coast?
We'll be out west in October, out in Nebraska. We go up north. We've got a show coming up in April, I believe, in Michigan, and we're working with people right now and talking about going overseas. So I mean, we've got a lot of things that are in the hopper right now that haven't been confirmed. But like I said, if you mentioned the fact earlier that independent radio and this is independent music, and it's kind of like a big, loud, sweaty mom and pop shop, and we're doing it as best we can, and people are starting to want to come along and help, which is really helping us spread it. But we'll go anywhere anybody wants us. But right now, a lot of our stuff is in the southeast, but sometimes it feels like we live in Florida, but we love it. So wherever anybody wants us, we'll be there.
Yeah.
Now, I think Pay Dirt was your last album, right?
Absolutely, it was number 3.
That was your third album. Let's talk about the first two and the process from the first one down here to this third one, because I know if you go through the progression of these albums, there's that southern rock, and then there's that bluesy thing, and then there's almost kind of like the alt country vibe going.
We're just who we are. When we got together to write the first record, the first time Marty and I were in a room together, he played the riff for Not Today, and when it got to the calm part in the middle, I realized that somebody was going to have to somebody was going to have to be dead and pushed in the lake. So that gave me that idea. So our writing it's a real organic process, basically. He comes up with these guitar lines that I don't know how he does it, and I try to put a story to it, and it's worked for three CDs. And the thing about it, I'm most proud of is that we've all got influences that run the gamut from Frank Zappa to Willie Nelson, and we're not afraid to use any of them. And we're not writing to please anybody at a label. We're writing songs that we want to write. So you're going to get all those different elements in there because nobody's pushing us to do anything. We're just being ourselves. So I would think if you talk about progression from record 1 or CD 1 to CD 3, it's just where we happen to be in our minds in the world at that particular time.
Let's talk a bit about some of the songs. Now, my favorites, I can tell you right off the bat what my favorites are. I love Blood from a Stone.
Oh, yeah.
I like that song a lot. Southern Hospitality, I guess that's just the Roll Tide in me that likes that song, which one do you think best identifies y'all as Preacher Stone? If there was a cut you said, man, you got to play that. If you want to know Preacher Stone, this is the cut you got to play. What do you think? What would y'all tell us?
Almost depends on the era of that. What would you say, Ronnie? Oh, man. I would say maybe not today, since I had the Sons of Anarchy thing. Did the most for us as far as songs off the album. It was our very first song that we actually wrote together.
I'm going to go ahead and interrupt you, and we're going to play that song right now.
Found out my woman been sneaking around. Found her a new man from somewhere out of town, laughing behind my back like I was a joke. But I got the last laugh. I ain't just blowing smoke, 'cause every dog's gonna have his day. Then there's gonna be hell to pay. Too many times it seems the bad guys get away. Whoa, not today. I got me a shotgun and my brother's bow. Cement blocks and a logging chain so he don't flow. Good night for fishing, the water's still and blank. Two of us are going, and we won't be coming back. 'Cause every dog's gonna have his day, yeah. Then there's gonna be hell to pay. Too many times it seems the bad guys get away. Whoa, not today. Since he went down, nobody dragged the river, nobody asked around. Guess she don't miss him, she never shed a tear. It's a hell of a story nobody's ever gonna hear. 'Cause every dog's gonna have his day, yeah. Then there's gonna be hell to pay. Too many times it seems the bad guys get away. Oh, not today. No, not today. Ain't no witness, ain't no crime. Me and my woman been doing fine.
And that's some fantastic stuff. And that's the very first song y'all wrote together as a group.
But since then, there's been other songs. So, gosh, there's Hand on the Bible, which is done. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in is probably my favorite. That or Fluff Stones.
I'm a big fan of Me and Mine. I like that one.
Save My Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard, man. I see. You know what, y'all? This is the problem. Y'all are saying the same thing I'm saying. You know, I go. That's just the whiskey talking. You know, you just go down the list and you like this one, but yeah, I like that one too. So I'm gonna take you off the hook and just let you know that it don't matter which one you pick. People are gonna really identify with the band the first time they hear y'all you belt out them tunes.
One thing I would say is that when, at least from my end, and I'm sure Ronnie's got the same mindset, is what we wanted to do is when we wrote a CD, we wanted people not to necessarily skip over the songs. We wanted to take you on a journey from beginning to end, and each song be a separate entity. And so, as you're listening, the idea is to have the thing in the whole time without skipping anything. We were trying to do that.
I agree with that. To make a quality 10 songs or 11 songs or ever how many songs where people could keep it in the whole time without skipping.
Yeah, another thing is those first couple of records and everything, we would write 10 songs and record 10 songs.
We write albums like most people wrote research papers.
As required.
Yeah, the album has 10 songs on it. We'll write 10 songs. So instead of 20 to pick from, we just write 10, record 10.
Well, let's do this. Let's talk about Pay Dirt, and then I want to find out what's new and up and coming for y'all. But let's talk about Pay Dirt. Now, when you listen to that, you hear a little more depth in there than the first two albums, and I think it's a lot of it's 8 years together. Y'all finally gel as a group. You basically hit Pay Dirt with this lineup. But I think the Pay Dirt, for me, would have to be the producer and the engineer. How did you land Bruce Irvine?
Well, that was Zane. Again, Bruce had come to see us play at Amos's, and was floating around, and Zane was looking for a producer. I worked on producing the first one and some of the second one, and we wanted to get somebody that really had done some stuff big. And Bruce had done, what's the Bon Jovi hit? Dead or Alive, and White Snake, and he'd worked with all these Guns N' Roses, Live and Let Die, and he had done all that stuff. And we knew he was in town, and hit him up basically on Facebook and asked him if he would be interested in producing this album. And he said sure, he would love to, and so we went from there.
And now Hands on the Bible, the video.
That right there was originally done on Uncle Buck's Fiddles. My original idea, music-wise, was to write a song for Southern rockers that were in bands that had passed away. Dwayne Allman, Steve Gaines, and Ronnie got the tune, and he had a brilliant idea of doing it for his daughter, and it turned out to be a much more powerful thing, I think, for the masses than just Southern rock. God, it's nothing against that, but I think it's been used for funerals, to father-daughter dance songs, to all kinds of uses there for that. And it's a beautiful writing on his part. And same time, to redo the song again for Pay Dirt with better, even more production, with keyboards now added. So it's a bigger production on Pay Dirt than the original that was originally done on Uncle Buck's Fiddles.
I like that song a lot. You know what? I think what I'm gonna do is when we wrap up here, I'm probably gonna go out with that song so people can get a chance to hear that and then go find that video online. We'll throw that up on the Gumbo YaYa radio show website if y'all let us.
Oh yeah.
Next in the studio is what? Are you just basically going with this album right now, or are you just basically out playing and backing this CD, or is there something new in the works? Is there something for us to look forward to, or where are you at?
We may bring back Bruce to do the fourth album, we'd like to record it at least at Echo Mountain in Asheville, which is where Blackberry smoked at the Whippoorwill. I like that CD so much that I visited the studio and found it to be amazing. And so right now we're in the midst of working on the fourth CD, and we're in the writing process and getting the songs together. As soon as we get CM, we'll probably roll that way.
We're at 3 now.
Yeah.
We're at 3.
Hopefully, we'll get y'all up here in the East Coast, in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area. There's a lot of people that are hungry for your music up here.
Wow. Yeah, we'd certainly love to come back up. We've been in the area playing the Rock Rips and Ridges, and also the Limeade Festival last year. And we'd love to come back up there again. Some great people up there.
We're going to hold you to that. Hey, listen, we want to make sure everybody knows the website, where to find you at, which is www.preacherstone.com. Is that right?
Right, correct.
And they can find you
on Facebook, on our band page, Facebook page.
And Reverb Nation, everywhere you can possibly think of. And I really, really cannot tell you how excited and grateful I am that y'all took the time out of your busy schedules to chat with us here on the program. And we're looking forward to everything new that's coming out of your camp there.
It's our pleasure.
Thank you.
Just want to remind you listen to the Gumbo YaYa radio show. We got Ronnie Riddle and Marty Hill from Preacher Stone that we've been chatting with, and we're looking forward to their next album coming out. And we're going to go out of here with Hand on the Bible.
All right, this is Ronnie and Marty with Preacher Stone, and you're listening to Hand on the Bible off of our Pay Dirt CD.
You're my flesh and blood, the air that I breathe. All that's good about me and the treasure that I leave. I'll always be with you, every step of every road. Words don't do me justice, but I wanted you to know. Come hell or high water, till the end of time. No power on earth will ever break the ties that bind. Should tomorrow find me far away or dead and gone, my hand on the Bible, you'll never be alone. There'll be times when you're feeling so down, the cold wind's blowing and a friend can't be found. But I'll always be with you, even when you stray, bound together soul to soul, and you can't take that away. Come hell or high water, till the end of time. No power on earth will ever break the ties that bind. Should tomorrow find me far away or dead and gone, my hand on the Bible, you'll never be alone. Every night when I laid you down to sleep, I pray the Lord your soul to keep, and this promise from me. never be alone.
This is Preacher Stone from Midland, North Carolina, and you're listening to the Gumbo YaYa radio show. Tell your mom and them we said hey.
So one more time, let's tell people about Preacher Stone. You know, who's in the band and where they can find you.
PreacherStone.com. Ronnie Riddle, Marty Hill, Ben Robinson, Jim Bolt, Johnny Webb, and Josh Wyatt.
All right. So remember, folks, hug your friends, kiss your family, thank the Lord. Y'all keep listening now. You hear?